Good morning, friends. I am so happy to be here with you today, and I have something that I wanted to talk to you about. So, for those of you who are out there that are planning on doing something, maybe you have this big dream or a goal, maybe you want to shift your business, maybe you'd like to go into mentoring or coaching instead of your current work. Whatever it is you have going on that's in the back of your head and you've been waiting for the right timing or saving up for, an investment in tools or skills or whatever it is, this message today is for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I know you're going to love it.
Hey friend, welcome to Deep Healing for Creative Entrepreneurs. My name is Aubrey Bahr, and I am a subconscious release technique practitioner and photography business owner. I know you are sick of ending your day feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, and you are seeking a solution to help you feel creatively inspired and actively engaged in your business as well as personal life. In this podcast, we are going to dig into any limiting beliefs or subconscious programs that are keeping you in a space filled with anxiety and stress. This work is not a temporary solution for your life. No, this is a complete transformation. So grab your coffee or tea and let's start you on the road to healing. And let me just say, you can do this. You are worth it. And you are meant to thrive in life and business. So let's dig in.
So many of us out there are going to be able to relate to today's message. And I'm going to tell you right now that I've been there. I have 100% been in this situation. So here's what I'm talking about. You have something that you absolutely want to do. Maybe it's career switch up. Maybe you'd like to start your own business. Maybe you'd like to start mentoring instead of just doing the service in the industry you're in. Whatever it is, right? There's like this idea and this thought, and maybe it's just so simple. Maybe it's just, I wanted to start a YouTube channel and I still haven't done it. Or I wanted to start a podcast, hey, and I still haven't done it. Wherever that is for you. Okay, understand that the quote perfect timing is never going to happen, right? It's just not going to be there. There's always going to be a reason for us to say, nah, not yet. Oh, crap, this happened. Now I can't do this. I can't invest the money or I can't invest the time. This is crazy to me, and I'll tell you why. Because I will always invest money in my mind. I will always do that. And one of the biggest reasons why I will is because I get to keep that and I get to continue growing throughout my life with this extra knowledge, with this extra mindset shift. It's the gift that keeps giving. Okay. But when you're in a situation where you have to change so much about your life in order to achieve a goal or whatever, it feels so daunting, right? It's like this heavy weight that you're going to fail. You're going to mess up. It's not going to work the way you want it to. It's going to be too much of an investment of time or money, or it's going to take away from your life that you've already been living. And all of these things you just allow to become more important than the actual goal or that dream. And I'm going to just be honest with you, okay? The biggest number one reason you're not freaking just going for it right now is because you are holding yourself back. This is the classic definition of self-sabotage, is when you find so many excuses to not go for that big dream that you literally just stay small. You stay in that little spot, right? Because it's never going to be the greatest timing. You're never going to have, I'm going to give you a perfect example, okay? Because this is from my life and I know a lot about my own life. A year and 3 months ago, I really felt like I needed to start a podcast. Okay, mind you, we had just booked a contractor to remodel my house. I did not have an office. I did not have a space in a room. I had to use my living room. And it's a big living room. It's nice and open with a lot of stuff in it, but the layout was nice and open. So it's not great for recording. Okay. And yet I had that urge, that fire inside of me that said, it's time to do it. And it was for me also a sacral response, being a manifesting generator. When I get that, I need to act on it. Okay. And a lot of people listening to this, most people will understand what that is. It's that gut saying yes or no. Sometimes it says no, but just telling you, yes, this is the direction. This is it. And so I had that. I took a little course. I set things up and I just started that freaking podcast. Now, in hindsight, it's very easy to see this, okay? But let me just tell you, here I am in February. So 16 months later, my office just barely got done. Okay. So when I look at that, as far as perspective goes, that would have killed me to be stuck in that phase of, okay, I've got to have my office. I need to wait for that office. The sound's going to be better, which it is. Okay, fine. I'm going to have the privacy. I'm not going to have to worry about the dogs. If they're inside, if they're outside, the bunny's not going to have to sit on my lap because she scratches at her kennel every time I start recording. So all of that stuff definitely 100% could have and would have held many people back. But for me, I said, why the crap not? Why not? I mean, you as a listener, yeah, I have a top 5% global podcast. So yeah, you'd expect me to have some kind of understanding on how the sound system works and all of that. And I've gotten better at it. But overall, if you don't like my vibe, you don't like my vibe. That's fine. You don't have to listen to my podcast. Nobody's making you listen to the way that I think about things, my perspective on life, right? But some of you do enjoy my perspective on life. And you came even though, my sound wasn't the greatest. And even though I had to jump through all these hoops just to make it happen, just to do the bare minimum of what I would expect out of myself being a podcaster, right? So wherever you're at, own that part of you that says yes to this, no to that, and start leaning into that. Let that be your authenticity. Let that be your goal. Let that be something that inspires you. Okay. Because while there are some excuses out there to not go for your big dreams, yes. Okay. There are a lot of the things, I would say probably 95% of the things that we are allowing to hold us back from those dreams is just an excuse. Some people out there that have a similar circumstance as you, they would take that leap of faith. They would go for it. They would jump and see what happens, right? So whatever's holding you back, and I'm going to tell you one of the biggest things I see is, well, I don't want to do that because so many other people already do it. And I'm like, what are you going to just formulate your own personal career that nobody in the world is anything similar to? I guess that's what I did, but that's what I feel like, because guess what? Here's the crazy truth behind it. Nobody is you. So I can have a coaching business and an energy working business, and I can have, a group for women that want to be more magnetic. They want to, release some of these programs that they've been raised with, right? And I can have a group and a course for creatives where we get to release stuff around imposter syndrome and burnout and just really heal those deep wounds. I can have those things, and I do it different than the other people who have those things because I'm not the only one. I'm definitely not the only one that has that idea of being able to break through the mindset shifts that need to happen for creatives. I feel like it's only me because I know I'm unique and I'm owning that uniqueness, and I'm okay that I have competition, because to me, that just allows other people to come into spaces where they are also upgrading their life, where they are also becoming better people. And the dedication they have to take those leaps of faith. I respect that. I think that that's amazing. I love to see that in other people. I love to see people going for their goals. I love to see them before and after, seeing a spark in their eye that they are going to do something that they've been wanting to do. It's a beautiful thing. Like, it is so inspiring. And quite honestly, we need more people like that. We need more people willing to take a chance, willing to quiet that little voice in their head that says, nope, there's too many people that do that. It's going to be hard. Oh, I'd rather stay comfortable and not take any risks, right? These are all the things that go on in people's heads. And you get to decide how much weight you put on that. Now, you could do the actual healing and release those. But in the meantime, you get to decide. Do I want that little voice to tell me not to go for my goals and it be so loud that I allow it to stop me? Because I got to say, this is happening in my life right now. I mean, life is short. When you see how short it is up close and personal, it shifts things in you. It changes your perspective. So I invite you to reevaluate your life right now. What is something that you absolutely have always wanted to do, or maybe you just came up with it in the last few months, but it is sticking in there like glue? You absolutely know, you feel that, hell yes, I want to do this. And yet you're not. Let's take that and just write down all the things that you're telling yourself in your head, right? And just freaking burn that piece of paper, okay? You don't need it. You don't need it. And I promise you that the biggest obstacle you're going to have in reaching this goal is yourself. It's overcoming those doubts and those fears. Please do not let fear control your life. You will end up in the same place 20 years from now. Why waste your time? Why not go for it? Why not inspire other people through your actions and through your faith in yourself that you can accomplish something big? Stop letting your thoughts stop you from being that person. Okay? That is just something that's been on my heart because I keep seeing it from people. I keep seeing all these posts and all these, things come up with people in conversation where they're like, I've always wanted to do that, but it just doesn't make sense. I can't justify spending the money on, a new computer. I can't justify, taking time away from my 9 to 5 in order to get this going. Like, I'm sorry, but what? I am giving you permission today to just go for it. Okay? Chase those big dreams. Doesn't have to be that many, maybe just the one, but allow yourself to imagine what you're going to be like, what that feeling is going to feel like when you accomplish that. Because if you can let that in, you can let that little bit of hope into your thoughts and into your emotions, then I think it's easier to take a leap of faith. But stop being your worst enemy. You're going to be stuck with you for your whole life, you guys. It's time we start treating ourselves with as much respect as we treat other people that we love. Okay? Because you don't want to be stuck with yourself when you're the one who's holding yourself back. Like, that is just like the epic tug of war right there. And you don't want it. It's a lifelong feeling of regret and missed opportunities and just sadness. Okay. So step out of your comfort zone, please. I beg of you, step out of that comfort zone, take a leap of faith, grow in the way that you know you're capable of, and stop your self-sabotage. All right, guys, I hope you have a beautiful weekend. I'm sending all my love to everybody. So super grateful for everybody that comes and listens to me all the time. Listen, if you haven't had the chance, hit subscribe, write me a review. I would love it. I'm going to start reading those on air again. I have in the past, but I kind of went dry on that. So I always love hearing what you guys think. And it's inspiring to me and it helps me to get that extra energy so I can keep giving you these episodes and creating this community that we have. One last thing, you guys, check the show notes. I have a link to get my meditation, attracting clients to your creative business. You guys are going to love it. There's a lot of good reviews on it already. And it's something that you can keep in your phone so you can listen to whenever. Maybe you're in car line, whatever. Make sure you grab that while you can. All right, guys, have a beautiful day. We'll talk soon.
I hope this podcast spoke to you in some way. If it did, please go ahead and leave me a review and subscribe so that I know you're enjoying what you hear. And further, if you know somebody else who owns their own creative business and struggles with anything that we spoke about, please pass this on, because it is my hope that we will be able to build a community of like-minded individuals who love on each other and appreciate the many facets that make our creative business so unique. And lastly, check out the show notes to find my free Facebook community and other useful links to work with me. All right, friend, see you soon.